Welcome back to GearCheckGames. It's been a long time, but our stupid and pointless hiatus is over. I'm Joe. I'm joined as per usual by Dan and Trey, as well as our regular guest Trent.
Yes.
So take a look at this celebration of 35 years of Mario, the Super Mario 3D All-Stars
I can just
collection.
feel the love in my heart that was put in this collection.
That's right, which by this time, you're not going to be able to buy this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, hopefully it won't take that long to get this video out. But yeah, we're doing Super Mario Sunshine, just because it's the one I feel like I have the most experience with. And it's also the port on this collection that I feel is the most worth getting, in that it has the fewest disadvantages compared to the original version.
And if that ain't a glowing review, I don't know what is.
See, I didn't buy it because it would make me want Melee on the Switch, and no, that ain't happening.
Don't trigger the Melee crowd.
Trust me, you don't want Melee on the Switch. You know they would do something to it.
Again, Dan, I know, I'm the Melee guy here. I know this. I know that they would botch it.
So wait.
Well, we can talk about the collection here when we have a little more dead time to talk over it, but don't want to dwell too much on that, because Mario Sunshine is another one of those weird GameCube games that kind of shaped my gaming childhood and current preferences. Well, how about you guys? Did you guys grow up with Sunshine?
Yes.
I grew up with Sunshine.
I really enjoyed it. It's actually probably the first 3D Mario game that I played. I don't think I beat it as a kid, but that kind of happens when your GameCube gets.
I think 64 was the first 3D. No, 64 was definitely the first 3D Mario game I played, but Sunshine was the first that I owned.
Yeah, I actually got this game around Christmas time in 2005. Have any of you guys ever heard of / celebrated St. Nicholas Day?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't expecting anyone to actually know what
St. Nicholas, the Santa Claus guy.
It is not Christmas. It is from what I can glean, an obscure Christian holiday in which children leave their shoes outside of their bedroom door or the door of their house or whatever. And St. Nicholas supposedly comes in the night and leaves stuff in your shoes. And I told my parents about this because I wanted Super Mario Sunshine, and I wanted it now, damn it. So I woke up on the morning of December 6th in 2005, and Super Mario Sunshine was in my shoe.
It's a good thing
the
that
one
GameCube
time in
discs
all
are really
of history that actually worked on
Before
parents.
we move too far on from it, I do want to say that, like, as a kid, I really enjoyed the menu of the game, because it's just, like, it's so creative.
Oh yeah, well it's kind of like the God, here I go already ripping off Matthew Matosis, but in his 64 review he talks about how it was clever of that game to, instead of having a level select menu or world map to pick levels from, you just run around inside a castle and you have access to all, Mario's full moveset to do that. And that file select screen is a lesser example of that, but it is nice that you pick your file by walking Mario around and jumping into a block.
It is still neat, though.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, I love this hazy hot air effect.
Well, Trey, some of that haze might be due to the fact that these cutscenes were AI upscaled from a very poor quality video source.
I mean, he definitely means the heat haze.
This is literally the opening to like a horror movie with Peach as the protagonist.
Where everyone's just ignoring her.
It's like The Shining, where like Mario is the dad character.
I mean, yeah, he's got that dad bod, and like
he just axing his way through the door. It's a me.
In this Mario game.
He climbs up through the toilet.
Oh god!
Oh my god, that Pianta just drowned.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. I think it's somewhere in the game it explains that the Piantas aren't damaged by the goop because they have like unnaturally thick skin, and like because if you go into the goop, you'll eventually take damage if you stand in it for too long. But the Piantas can just take a bath in the stuff.
Like so. Was this the
Either that
inspiration
or
for
they're in
Splatoon?
intense pain right now, and you're just kind of milling about while they're dying.
Well, Dan, given the events that are about to transpire, I can't say I feel terribly sympathetic for them.
There is also the fact, right, that like they're islanders. They have tourists on their island all the time. Existence is just pain to them because it's like, oh, more tourists.
Existence is pain. That'd be a good title for this episode.
So I know, like, this is like a dire situation. There's all this goop on the runway, but I really like this rendition of the underground thing.
Wait a second. A second. There's already a wanted poster for Shadow Mario here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's been wrecking the place for weeks.
Like,
well, yeah, because I think he's been over on the mainland, like, causing trouble already.
for a while.
Which begs the question why it's so bright and sunny out here if their source of light comes from the Shine Gate, but whatever.
No, see, he's stealing them all right now because all of the Piantas went to greet Mario.
Also,
all three of them.
This might be a cheap shot, but if this were a Pokemon game, that guy that you talked to that told you how to use the map would have actually, like, given you the map. And if you didn't talk to him in this tutorial, you would have never gotten the map.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, Dan, if it was a Pokemon game, he would have interrupted the flow of gameplay to force you to watch a tutorial.
Speaking of interrupting the flow of things, I do want to point out, it feels really weird to be here recording a video where the main protagonist isn't in, like, a sci-fi suit of armor.
Oh, hey, they actually put in the... No, never mind. They left in some of the button names, but took out others.
Oh,
yeah. Because the GameCube controller mapping and the Switch controller mapping aren't one-to-one on this port, they just removed, like they clipped out every time Flood, like, pronounces the name of a button.
Except for the X button for some reason. I distinctly heard X button, but all the other ones were cut out. Because I assumed they just happened to line up to be the same.
Well, you know why that is, Dan, is because they kept it on the X button because the HUD, and okay, this is conjecture, but because that HUD with the Flood icon and the X button, like, that is a GameCube X button. They just wanted to reuse that asset, and that's actually one of my problems with this port, is that there's no way within the game to remap the buttons, and the default control scheme that they give you is X to switch nozzles, and R3 or clicking in the right stick to go into first person, whereas on GameCube it was Y to go into first person and X to change nozzles, and I really wish they would have just bitten the bullet and, like, made a different letter to put on that button icon, because...
You think they got the time, manpower, and money to make a new button asset?
Because
Come
it
on,
just,
Joe, they're a poor indie company. Take some...
I know it just isn't fair to old Nintendo, but,
it's
like...
this boss.
Yeah, get used to this guy.
We'll never see him again.
I wish they did,
Yeah,
like...
better appreciate him for the very limited amount of time he's here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I will talk more on it later, but I do want to point out now, for just evidence when we get to it again, with the fact that the ground there is, down lower, you have a much easier chance at shooting his mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they come up with a lot of very subtle ways to, like, increase the difficulty of that boss every time you fight him, because... Spoiler
Very
alert, that is
subtle.
not the last time. Yes,
Yeah.
very...
So yeah, this is actually just a conversation I was alluding because I figured we'd mention it like the third or fourth or sixth time that we see that boss. But yeah, they do make different changes to make it harder to approach that boss. Like, it's nothing big, but it, like, in my opinion, for, like, when the game was released, that is at least good enough design. Like, it obviously, having
It's
unique
the
bosses
fuzz.
would have been far better. But they do at least do some changes to make it a little bit more new. At least for, like, kids, whenever I was first playing this, it didn't perturb me at all that I fought the same thing, like, 6 times.
Mario is missing. Where did he go? Beyond to jail.
I feel like as litigious as Nintendo is with people using their IP online, they need to make more extensive use of that image of Mario behind bars.
They do.
Because it just, I don't know, it just brings a smile to your face.
We don't get to see it, but I wonder if their legal letterhead has that up at the top.
I hope we don't get to see it.
So, is it bad?
I paid $60 for this stupid collection, Nintendo, get off my back.
Well, your money didn't go to Nintendo. And sorry, I cut you off again, Trey.
I never understood the joke of Isle Delfino until I saw the map, and it's Isle Delfino because it's on the dolphin.
Yeah.
Referencing the working title of the GameCube.
Yeah.
No, Trent, no, not that dolphin.
What's the
Definitely not that
emulator?
dolphin.
What's that?
Among Us. I'm sorry.
He's been an alien the whole time.
Objection!
We just do a
Getting
hard
Phoenix right
turn
here.
to like, yeah, we're playing Among Us now.
Bye.
And then we get like 1 billion more viewers.
We finally sold out.
I mean,
Watch
but
out, Markiplier, we're coming
but-
for you.
that trend is already passed. Among Us is so, 2 weeks ago now.
What kind of kangaroo court system do they have on this island? They didn't present any evidence. Here's a picture somebody drew of what the guy looked like. It looks like a 6-year-old drew it, but this guy kind of looks like that.
I like that it was
Well,
drawn
he didn't look like a
with,
Pianta.
I would counter with this. How many people on that island actually look like that, though, Joe? One.
What?
Mario.
The drawing looked not only like it was drawn in crayon, but it was drawn in the really poorly made discount crayons, but only in grayscale.
Yeah, because
These are
the grayscale crayons are going to be the only ones that are left after your child uses all the actual colors.
Yeah, you're gonna have beige, white,
Oh my gosh,
tan.
it's the sheriff. He's like, oh, dang it, I ran out of paint for this wanted poster. Oh, my kid has crayons. Oh, it's only the gray ones left. It'll do.
Don't worry, he's a prodigy. It'll be fine. It'll give him experience.
What if the Piantas can only see in black and white? And that's why they got confused.
Maybe.
That's weird.
I mean, they
considering
got
the fact
kinda-
that they're multicolored.
Yeah, it's quite a cruel irony.
Did anybody else grow up thinking that Pianta was voiced by Dan Castellaneta?
Kind of
Because he sounds just like Homer.
I didn't know who Dan Castellaneta was when I was growing up.
Well, I know who Homer Simpson was.
Fair.
I love this song so much.
Welcome to GCG Acapella Mondays. Dan, this is not Giva Center. Cut it out! So here we go. We get our first excursion into the hub world, Delfino Plaza. I'd say one of the most beloved game hub worlds from my experience talking to people.
I really liked it.
Toadsworth's voice in my mind, I know he has a voice in this, but in my mind, he'll always be between Merlin and Deckard Cain from Diablo.
I can see that.
Well, I know Merlin.
Yeah.
I also do want to point out, right? They're complaining. It's just you took away our sunshine, which is,
I want to
very
go home right now. This place sucks.
a very, valid complaint on the Pianta's part. You want your sunshine, but if I was an islander right now, I'd be like, oh man, it's not dreadfully hot outside for once.
Yeah.
Go out and kind of relax. Oh, there's shade. Shade
Break
everywhere.
out your
Nice.
sweaters. This is
No,
anytime.
man, this could work.
This is basically what happens anytime it drops below 50 in Florida.
Wait, it gets
Society
below
just
50 in Florida?
collapses.
Wait, what?
It gets below 50 in Florida?
Yes.
Occasionally.
When I did my internship there for a month, it was 40. It was weird. It was the coldest it had been in years.
Do you have to
Oh,
go
yeah.
into the Disney World ice house
That's like when I went
So-
to. That's like
where
when
they keep
I.
Walt's head?
It's like when
I
I
do
did
like
my
that the
internship
little
in-
the slime monsters, that one of them popped on Mario on screen during the cutscene.
Yeah. During cutscene, doesn't matter.
Man, look how much
Yeah.
harder that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is only the 15th minute of the gameplay, so you
Yeah,
can't-
we
you can't-
haven't been into a level yet, but
Yeah,
you do
you-
have to admit, it is kind of disappointing to go back to this game as an adult, and you do kind of see the argument of, the project being kind of rushed and unfinished in some ways, because, spoiler alert, this game only has, 7 worlds in it, whereas the previous 3D Mario game on the N64
Oh, God.
had 15.
Did it really
So-
have 15 worlds?
Yeah.
bit of a. I mean, I would say that, in my opinion, the worlds in this game are like generally of a higher quality, or at least like a higher level of detail than 64. But it is kind of hard to swallow, especially if you're really into like the traditional Mario platforming. That this game goes more in on like aesthetic and world than like actual like level variety and like quantity of levels.
Yeah, I'll say the quality
I do like
of these worlds is better.
I do like getting a good view down there.
Shadow Mario, that's not something you do on a first date.
I do want to point out the irony, right? That like you knocked him down right by the police officers.
Yeah.
Same people that put you in jail.
I should have
just like-
talked to them. Like, I'm actually very curious as to what they would say.
Was this the origin of Peach's ponytail?
I think so.
I think this might have been the first game to feature that. In fact, all the designs are kind of tweaked. Like, Mario's got short sleeves.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the designs of Mario and Peach are tweaked. I think everybody else is either new or the same as it ever was.
Why isn't Toadsworth in his seasonal Toad bikini? I don't understand.
It would have been fun if they gave him like a Hawaiian shirt or something, but
He's got to have the whole grandpa look.
But I mean, look at it this way: if he puts on a colorful shirt, his head has to match that color.
He's got to have the Hawaiian shirt, the like glasses that have the like sunglasses parts that like flip down over them.
Yes. And a visor.
Socks and sandals.
I'm getting my tan.
So is he some degenerate?
So we've rescued Peach, but now we gotta go inside the statue.
Yep.
Well, inside the graffiti.
Oh.
Yes, thank you for making up for...
Inside the graffiti sounds like
a very
documentary about like street art. And honestly,
I could also see that, right? But I could also see Inside the Graffiti being like a very like palatable like pop band that's like trying to like incorporate some rap into it. So like they're trying to diversify, but not so much that they're going to scare away their audience.
We've been on this end screen for way too long.
Bye
everyone.